Hello, and welcome to the Center for Jewish History. I'm Bonnie Joy Koliker, photograph and reference archivist for the American Jewish Historical Society, and I'm here with the Center's Archival Services Manager, Leah Lang.
Hello.
Today we will speak with Jennifer Myers, who wrote to me a few months ago asking me to help her find her Bat Mitzvah twin. But before we speak with Jennifer, I'd like to give you some background on the Bar and Bat Mitzvah twinning program. The program was sponsored by the Washington Committee for Soviet Jewry, one of the many collections AJHS has in the archive of the American Soviet Jewry movement, as a way for children of refusnik families in the Soviet Union to participate in a symbolic ceremony. The program matched American Jewish boys and girls who were having bar and bat mitzvahs in the United States with Soviet Jewish children who could not have a ceremony of their own. Each participant received a letter with information about their twin and their twin's family, and sometimes a photograph, and the Soviet twin was honored at the American ceremony. A few months ago, Jennifer Myers contacted me and our Director of Library and Archives, Susan Malbin, for help finding her bat mitzvah twin, Renata Sorkina. Jennifer and Renata had corresponded for a long time when they were children, but lost touch. Jennifer thought Renata might possibly be living in the U.S., and she desperately wanted to reconnect with her. Jennifer had complete faith that our reference services would not only be helpful to her in her search for Renata, but that I, the reference archivist, would actually find her.
So Bonnie, how did you begin your research?
Well, first, I began with an online search. I knew our collection had some information, but I found an article from the New York Times from 1988 that told the story of another set of bar mitzvah twins that were reunited. The article stated that both the Washington Committee on Soviet Jewry and the Women's Organization for Rehabilitation Through Training helped sponsor the twinning program. The latter organization is now called ORT. I saw that the father of Renata was Roman Sorkin. Sorkin means son of Sorka, so an A added to Renata's name, I believe, means daughter. This is why they have different surnames. But I had already done the requisite 20 minutes of research AJHS provides for each patron, and I wasn't sure there was any information on the family in our collections. The breakthrough came when I was searching for something for another patron in the records. By chance, I decided to do a search for Sorkin and found a file from 1991 with the family name, and there were phone numbers in the file of relatives in the United States. I called each number on the list, but they were all out of service. I got to the last one. A woman answered and spoke with a Russian accent. I told her who I was and why I was calling, and she took Jennifer's information and said she would pass it on to Renata's mother. I'm not really sure if she ever did, but she said she would be visiting New York in the fall, and I invited her to visit us at AJHS.
That's great. Well done finding all of that information.
We were in touch with Renata via email, and these are her answers to our questions. I'll read the question, and Leah will read the answer. Renata, how long did you and Jennifer correspond?
We corresponded sometime between 1990 and 1991, I believe. I did not know English at that time, so I relied on my mother to reply to my twins. I had twins from around the world writing to me at the time. Unfortunately, I could not keep any of the letters from my twins because when my family was leaving Russia, I was only allowed to take a small backpack with me. In that backpack, however, I chose to take all the photos that the twins sent to me of themselves. I was able to find Jennifer's photo, and I sent you that from that time.
What did you write about?
Most twins wrote to me about their family, school, and their interests at the time.
How did you find out that Jennifer was looking for you, and what was your reaction?
I got a message from Jennifer on Facebook, and that is how we reconnected. I've been looking for my twins on Facebook myself so that I could thank them for their prayers for my family, and also let them know that God must have heard their prayers, because shortly after 1992, the USSR fell apart and my family got permission to leave Russia. I was happy to reconnect with Jennifer on Facebook and to be able to thank her for her letters and her prayers. Jennifer Myers lives in Los Angeles now. We connected with her on the phone.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, how are you?
How long did you and Renata correspond before you lost touch?
I corresponded with Renata during my bat mitzvah time, which was around 1990. I thought we wrote for years. Apparently now finding out that she immigrated to Kansas City in 1992, it seems like it was only about a year that we wrote. But looking back, it seems like we wrote each other for years. This was before email, and you wrote a letter and you were anticipating getting a letter back in the mail, and you were so excited to get your pen pal's letter. And we put stickers and SWAK, sealed with a kiss on the back.
What prompted you to initially write to us? Did you know about AJHS or the Soviet Jewry movement archives beforehand?
So, no, my mother is planning on moving. She wants to move to Florida. Typical.
Yeah.
Wants to, East Coaster, retires, wants to move to Boca. Shocker. No. So we're starting to clean out, and I'm helping her. And she's like, you got to go through some of these boxes. So I went through some of the boxes, and I found the letter from the twinning organization that I had a twin, Renata. She couldn't get bat mitzvah in Russia. We had a chair up on stage at my bat mitzvah in honor of her that I would, bat mitzvah her because she couldn't freely be Jewish and practice and have her bat mitzvah there. And we told everybody that night, this chair that we have up here, we told the whole story, and it was very meaningful and very touching. So I found the letter, and I looked over at my mother. I said, I got to try to call this organization and find her. And I often wondered about her through the years, because when we wrote, she said I think they thought they were going to get to Israel. Eventually, she said when they got settled, she would write me with her new address. And then I never heard from her. So through the years, I've wondered. I've looked on Facebook, Renata Zorkina with an A. That's what her name was, and never found her on Facebook, and asked some people in the Russian community here in Los Angeles if they know her, because it's a small world. You never know who knows who.
Yeah.
So I found the letter, contacted the organization, the twinning organization, which told me they had moved, and that's when they gave me your email and number, Bonnie, and we connected. And through our correspondence and your help, you helped me find Renata, which is amazing.
Well, I was really happy to do it. But when we first corresponded, I told you that I'd offer as much information as I could, but that you would have to find Renata on your own. But you kept insisting that I would find her. What were you hoping the outcome would be? That we would find each other and one day meet in person. I really just was curious where she ended up. Is she in Israel? Is she in Los Angeles? I mean, where did they end up? Yeah. It's always something I've wondered. It's a shame to lose touch with somebody, and nowadays with email and Facebook, it's easy to keep in touch. Years ago, if somebody moved and they didn't write you their new address. So through your help in finding them and letting me know that they immigrated in 1992 to Kansas City, and they had shortened their name and they took the A off, and now it's Renata Zorkine. I then searched on Facebook for Renata Zorkine instead of Zorkina, which I was searching, and there she was. And I emailed her and said, I hope you're the right person, gave her the background. And lo and behold, she wrote me back and said, I'm the one. This is me. Excellent. And it was crazy because the same week I was searching for her and went through my boxes, she had gone through her stuff and had my picture that I had sent her during that time on her nightstand. And she was trying to find me as well, she told me. Wow. That's amazing. You guys are kindred spirits. But when you first contacted me, the first letter that you sent me had the wrong name on it. Did we figure out why you had two letters? Was it one from another twin? You had several twins, possibly? Right. I'm not sure what happened with the other twin. Her name was Maria, and that never transpired. So. Yeah, maybe the organization lost contact with her family. I think it's possible. But if Renata had several twins, maybe not only did the twins get several girls in America that bat mitzvah for them, but maybe we were trying to bat mitzvah a few girls, in honor of them not being able to have their bat mitzvah in Russia. Yeah. But it worked out with Renata, and now I'm really excited to meet her. Hopefully I'll be able to make it. Now she has since moved to Austin from Kansas City, and I'm in Los Angeles.
And Austin's been on my list to want to see. So hopefully next year sometime I'll be able to go to Austin and we'll get to actually meet in person, which would be incredible.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. And then you have to give me a follow-up.
Love it.
Well, you'd been doing some searching, as you said, yourself on Facebook, and you had no positive confirmation. And when you finally found her on Facebook and you contacted her, what did it feel like?
I had chills. I seriously cried. It was really special. It was so special to find her, and that she wrote me back and was looking for me at the same time I was looking for her. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing that you gave to each other, so.
And it's all, I have to thank my mother. It's all because of my mother. She found this organization called the Twinning Organization. I don't know how my mother found it, but it's a beautiful thing we did. I'm very blessed.
I want to thank you for talking with us today. And also, please thank your mom for making that happen for the two of you. She was a big part of it, so.
What a mitzvah. What a mitzvah
Yeah.
to be able to do that. It was really incredible. Thank you again for connecting us, and I appreciate all your help. You're an angel for what you do.
Aw.
And I just want to
But it was my pleasure to help you, really.
thank you again. It really means a lot to me.
Thanks to Jennifer and Renata for sharing their story. Thanks, Leah, for helping me record it. And to learn more about the Center for Jewish History and the American Jewish Historical Society, please go to our websites, cjh.org and ajhs.org, or find us on social media.